Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Onika. If you're new here, welcome in, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So we have another activewear review video today, but this time it is a favorite on this channel. It is Oner Active's most recent launch. It's called On Your Body and Show Up, I think. These names are getting longer and longer every capsule, I swear. But I picked up pretty much like 90% of what launched. A lot of the pieces are brand new, so I really wanted to pick up a few things and try them out, as well as compare them to past pieces. We have the return of UnifiedMove in this drop, as well as AirMove, so it's kind of like a hybrid lifting collection, which is really nice to see because the brand has been doing a lot of soft motion lately, so I'm very glad we're taking a little break from that. Let me quickly show you the items that I picked up. I'll start with the returning items that I have. So we have the Unified Pocket Jacket. This is in the color Muscle Mommy Red. Oh, so pretty. Then we have the return of the AirMove jacket. This is my first time trying the AirMove jacket. It has launched before, but they did a restock this drop, as well as launching, I think, one new color. Of course, I'm in my running era, so I had to pick up some more double layer shorts. I love these shorts so much, but we'll talk more about that in the video. Then we have the Unified Pocket Shorts. I've not reviewed these on the channel before, but it is a returning piece this drop. So excited to talk about that. And the final returning piece I have is the Effortless shorts, the mid-rise Effortless shorts. So some new pieces I have are the new UnifiedMove V-front short, I think they're called. I'll double check that's the name. Actually, let me just look on the tag real quick. Yeah, V-front mid-rise leggings, and then the V-front mid-rise shorts. So I'll be talking about those as well. And then we have some new bras. We have the new UnifiedMove T-back minimal bralette, and then the new UnifiedMove crossback sports bra. So some brand new bras, as well as a brand new vest with a built-in bra. This is also UnifiedMove, and this is the T-back mid vest. And then finally, a new seamless tank. I don't think we've seen these before in the Oner seamless fabric. We have seen this in Go To seamless, but I think this might be new. I'll double check that, but it is full length. It is not mid. So I'll be going over all of that today. I'll be doing direct comparisons to some of the other Unified that launched previously, because a lot of this stuff is looking like old Unified, but just with some tweaks and differences. So I'll be showing you side by sides of similar pieces. My measurements are always in the description below. And let's just get right into this. Okay, if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I cannot remember these long ass names that Oner is giving their products. But I'm wearing the UnifiedMove T-back minimal bralette, and this is in the color powdered orange. And then I'm wearing the new UnifiedMove V-front mid-rise shorts, 6-inch in the color charged pink. So we've seen powdered orange before. It's not a new color to Oner, but charged pink is. I'm going to start with the bra here. I'm wearing a size medium. Do you know what? I knew this wasn't going to work for me because it is a minimal bra, and I do not usually go for minimal bras. They usually don't fit me very well or give me the coverage that I need. However, this one surprisingly is giving me more coverage than I expected it to, but I noticed that the bottom band is gaping quite a bit here, and this is a size medium, which is my normal size in Oner's bras. I could not size down whatsoever because I wouldn't have any coverage here. So yeah, not a huge fan of that. And because the bottom band also curves with the bra, it's just not really super secure for me. It does have removable cup pads. The cup pads are not very thick. Like Unified bras used to have pretty thick cup pads, and lately they've been getting thinner and thinner. I'm finding this one pretty thin as well. It doesn't have a ton of structure. Here is the back. It is a T-back design. You can adjust the one strap down the center, but not the straps that go over your traps. Usually this would be an issue for me with no adjustability because these straps would normally dig, but because the straps are thicker and they're a little bit plush, it's not digging into my traps at all, which is really nice. Definitely getting some gaping here. When I lift up my arms, you can see I'm starting to spill out the bottom. I don't even think I could run in this really quickly and show you the level of support, but I would say it's definitely more on the low support side. We have their new gray reflective logo. It's like a heat press logo. It looks kind of like a foil sort of material. But yeah, this bra isn't my favorite. I think if you are like me and you have a small underbust but like a larger bust, you're probably going to have a similar issue that I do, where you have this gaping at the bottom. It's just not my favorite. Like, I don't think I can do anything functional in this bra. Like, it just wouldn't work. And I don't love that you can see the band here as well. It's very obvious that you can see the band here. I'll get a little bit closer. I don't know. I'm just not in love with it. I am surprised by the coverage, though. I feel like it's giving me decent side coverage. The front isn't bad either when it comes to coverage. It's just not a functional bra for me. And that's okay, because Oner has other bras that work really well for me. I'll show you the back again. I've not actually moved the strap at all. I kind of left it where it was. You can see the back band does kind of rise up in the back. It looks very similar to the EasyLift. I think it's like the EasyLift Ultra Minimal Bralette. It's very similar to that as far as the way the back kind of like curves upward. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this bra. I don't think Oner has anything like this currently. It's definitely a new design. But I feel like there's could be some tweaks here because it's just not functional. I'm not really sure what you're meant to do in this. I think if you're smaller chested, you can probably get away with this bra. Just maybe size down because of this situation here with this lower band. So yeah, if you're in between sizes and you have a smaller bust, go with your smaller size. If you are a larger busted girl, skip this. Don't even bother. Stepping way back here so you can see the shorts. This is in the color Charged Pink, brand new color. It looks very similar to Berry Bloom, but I will show you some color comparisons. They're fairly different. I'm wearing a size small here, which is typically my size in Unified. And I'm not gonna lie to you, these shorts have definitely surprised me. When I saw the design of this initially, I wasn't really that interested. If you can see, there's a seam right here that connects the waistband, and I just find this seam a little bit of an eyesore. However, the cut of the shorts is very flattering. It is a mid-rise cut. I love seeing them do different rises. Very happy about that. Here's the back. We have just one seam at the back here, whereas I think the old Unified like wrap, I think it might have two seams at the back. I'll double check that. No scrunch, but it does have a glute seam that does go up there a little bit and gives you some glute separation. This is a 6-inch inseam, so it's a really nice length. I find this fabric to be really stretchy and a little bit thinner than the old Unified, which lends itself well if you had issues with Unified being a little bit too compressive and too like tight. I think you would prefer these. It's way more forgiving. It's way more comfortable. Definitely not as snatching as Unified and Unified wrap, but still a fairly decent short. I am wearing black underwear under here, and I don't think you can see it. So I would say this color seems pretty good when it comes to sheerness. I will do a squat test and just double check that. Yeah, overall these shorts aren't bad whatsoever. Do I prefer it to Unified wrap? I'm still kind of on the fence here. I think with Unified wrap, it kind of lifts your glutes a little bit more, and I do like the thickness of Unified wrap. I just feel like it just looks a lot better for me. So I'm still kind of on the fence about these. Like I don't hate them by any means. I don't think they're bad. They're a very nice pair of shorts. I'm just thinking if I would prefer them over Unified wrap. I'm not too sure yet, but let me quickly do a squat test. I will watch that back and see if it's sheer, but looking at it in the mirror, it looks pretty decent. Also, it doesn't roll, which I really like. Unified shorts tend to do really well with not rolling on me, and this is the same situation. It's not rolling whatsoever. Definitely feel like this is a lot more true to size than Unified used to be. I wear a small pretty much across Unified bottoms. However, the small is pretty snug. Like if you don't like compression, I know that UnifiedMove wasn't really the vibe for a lot of people. These definitely feel more true to size and more forgiving. So I think you can definitely just go with your normal size in these shorts. If you're in between sizes, you still may want to size up because even though it's less compressive than Unified used to be, it's still probably the most compressive fabric that Oner offers right now, next to Enhanced Lift. Hopefully that helps with sizing recommendations. But yeah, overall, I'm not mad at these shorts. Again, I would do a side-by-side of these shorts with Unified wrap just so you can see the difference. But I'm honestly not mad at these. Now, because the fabric is definitely thinner than it used to be, I do think if I were to have gotten this in powdered orange, it would be completely see-through, which is sad to say because Unified never used to be see-through. Like even in like super light colors, they did pretty well. But this fabric is definitely thinner and less dense and probably more susceptible to being sheer. So just keep that in mind. The underboob is absolutely wild with some of these new bra designs. Like I cannot get over it. I'm wearing the new UnifiedMove crossback sports bra. Hopefully I got that name right. And then I'm wearing the new V-front mid-rise leggings in the color Coal. This is Charged Pink. Let's start with the bra. I'm wearing a size medium. This is not the same design as the last bra that I showed you. This one's different. It is across back. So if I had to compare it, it'll be most similar to the Unified Micro Bralette. Very similar design to that at the back, except it doesn't have that like twist. But this one is cut similarly to the last bra that I showed you as far as the bottom. It curves underneath the bust line. Again, I can see the bra band here, which I don't love. And then we do have a slightly higher cut compared to the last bra, but still it's very cleavage heavy for me. This bra, shockingly, is not giving me as much side coverage as the last bra was, which I find interesting because this one's supposed to be a little bit more coverage, I would assume, because it's not a minimal bra. But I'm definitely spilling out the sides a little bit on this. I'm just going to pull it more to the side and see if that helps. It does. I just don't know if it's going to stay. Do you see that? I don't know. Again, like the bras to strap just aren't for me. And this is just another example of that. I'm really not feeling this new cut underneath this bra. It is just so prone to gaping, and I don't love that. I need this band to sit underneath my bust, not like slightly on top of it. I just don't find that practical at all. I think if I were to train this, I'd have to wear some sort of like compression tee over it just to make sure that I don't slip out the bottom, but I'm getting like major underboob with both of these bras. I do think it is true to size when it comes to Oner's bras. This is a medium. I don't think I could do a large. Definitely not. However, I do think if you're in between sizes, you might want to go with your larger size. I do feel the straps on the back a little bit. I could loosen them. It is adjustable back there. But then I'm going to lose some support. I'm probably going to get more gaping at the bottom here. Yeah, definitely light support. I'm not even going to attempt to do anything more than that. Logo is the same as the last one, that heat pressed on foil logo. But yeah, that's really it. Like, the bras are just not really speaking to me this drop whatsoever. I think a lot of these bras are a little bit more for like smaller busts, I think. I just don't find them super functional for me, but that's okay. And I'll make sure to include a side-by-side comparison of this bra with the old Unified Micro Bralette. Bringing the camera down a little bit to talk about the leggings. Honestly, the leggings, I really love the leggings. So in the past with Unified Wrap, I've tried this color, which is coal in Unified Wrap, and it was way too tight. Like I could not keep that on for longer than a few minutes. It was very difficult to get on. These honestly are not the easiest to get on either. I do find that this waistband is a little bit difficult to get over my hips, and I definitely popped a few stitches, I think. But overall, the fit is so nice on these. The fabric itself is a lot more forgiving than the old Unified fabric. So I really love that. Same cut as the shorts. I do feel like this is coming up a little bit lower on me than the shorts. I feel like I'm having to pull it up a little bit more so that it covers my belly button. But where it sits, this mid-rise on me is perfect. I'm wearing the long length, which is what I typically would wear in Oner's leggings. I will show you where it falls on me. I do think these come up on me a lot shorter than some of their other leggings do, but it's still a really good length. We have the heat pressed foil logo at the back. I just found these so flattering. It's a nice slick material. The fabric feels really nice. Again, this is definitely thinner than the Unified that we have seen in the past. Definitely thinner, but it is stretchier and more forgiving. So I would say if you're in between sizes, you still might want to size up if you're in between only. Otherwise, just go with your normal size. I do find that the UnifiedMove pieces this drop are a lot more true to size than they used to be. Let's do a quick squat test. So yeah, definitely going to be safe in coal. But I do think lighter colors are definitely going to be shared in this new fabric, which is unfortunate because like I said, old Unified was thicker, denser, less sheer, a lot more opaque. I feel like because this fabric is thinner, it might be a little bit more sheer in lighter colors, so just keep that in mind. But I really do like the fit of the front leggings, definitely more than the shorts. I think I'm more inclined to keep the leggings over the shorts. I just prefer the fit. And considering the old Unified Wrap didn't work for me, these are a good alternative. I don't feel any restriction whatsoever. It is super, super comfortable. I'm going to keep this fit on and go ahead and try the new Oner Seamless vest. It is the Oner Seamless fitted vest. Again, I'm not sure if these launched before. I feel like they haven't, but I'm going to double check. This is in a size small in the color Charged Pink. The neck opening has a little bit of stretch, not a ton. Oh, so let's see how this goes. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. So here we have the new Oner Seamless Fitted Vest. This is in a size small in the color Charged Pink. Obviously very sheer, completely see-through. Here is the back. This tank is not going to cover your bra straps, just so you know. Like, if it's crossing in the back like that, you're probably going to see the straps a little bit at the back. It doesn't look bad, but if you want that hidden, maybe try a different bra. This is not going to be the bra for you. If you have the old everyday bra, that might really work because it comes in a little bit more. But just know this bra is not going to work. I feel like the minimal bralette might. This might work a little bit better, the minimal bralette. But yeah, this material is very stretchy, very nice. I have reviewed the Oner Seamless fabric before. I did mention how it is a little bit denser than Go-To Seamless if you tried that. And I feel like this holds its shape a little bit better than Go-To Seamless, especially when it's wet. With Go-To Seamless, when the fabric gets wet and it's stretched out, it kind of stays stretched out until you wash it and dry it. Whereas this one, I feel like it just maintains its shape a little bit better. Super, super lightweight, super breathable, fantastic to do like really hot workouts in. It is sweat wicking, not sweat proof. So you are going to see sweat on this fabric, but it does dry very, very quickly. I love this color as well. We do have a logo at the back here. I'm not sure why they keep moving the logos around, like they're all over the place. I would expect it to be at the front, not the back. And if it were to be at the back, I wouldn't expect it to be here. I feel like up here would make more sense, but hey, I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, we have ribbing here, nice body mapping contour lines here. Overall, I just find this vest very flattering. It's very cute. But again, it is completely see-through. Like, completely see-through. So I wouldn't get it in like a white or anything. It'll be like wearing parchment paper. But super, super flattering, super comfortable, decent stretch. Love this color. I think this would be very, very nice to train in. Now, it's not marketed as a mid vest, but I don't feel like this is super long on me. Like, it's just coming up to the bottom of the waistband on my leggings. So if you have a really long torso, this might end up being a mid vest on you. I do hope they offer other lengths in the future, but yeah, this is kind of coming up a little bit short on me, and my torso is not very long. So yeah, if you pick this up yourself, definitely size down if you're in between sizes. It stretches so much. You really do not need to size up whatsoever. Definitely size down if you're in between sizes. Or if you just want a more fitted look and less wrinkling, I think that's your best option. And we're just going to keep going with this outfit. Now I'm going to put on the AirMove jacket. Now this has launched previously. They just brought it back and also launched one new color, which I think is the white. I have already worn this jacket out, and safe to say I love it. So this is the color Coal in size small. I already went ahead and scrunched up the jacket. I'll show you what it looks like without it being scrunched. So if I just undo these drawstrings, then it's definitely more of a boxy fit. So this is how it looks. We have a nice zipper. It does have like some texture on the zipper, so it's anti-slip, and then the zipper gets covered by this little sort of covering here, which I love, so it keeps the zipper from irritating your neck. And the zipper does lock, so when you just flip the little zipper down, it doesn't move at all, but then if you move it upwards, boom. Love that. It feels a lot more luxe in my opinion. So yeah, this is how it looks when the drawstrings are just normal, not cinched. I prefer to wear a little bit cinched. I think it just gives me a better shape. So I'm going to go ahead and just cinch it up and then kind of tuck the drawstrings inside the jacket. And it ends up cropping it a little bit. Here is the back. We have, again, the heat press rubberized foil logo at the top. We do have a little ventilation flap here too, which is really nice. So if you want to like run in this, that'll be perfect for that. Cuff sleeves. You do have two zip pockets here. Same texture on those zips that the main zip has. Decent sized pockets, like really decent size. I think my phone can fit in here. I mean, I have it over there, so I'm just gonna leave it. It's recording for me. But yeah, really decent pockets, very sleek design, very cute, very versatile jacket. I just use it as like a throw on if I don't want to be like cold, but also don't want to be too hot. So it ended up being really perfect for that, where I wasn't overheating, but I was also protected from like really cold AC. Love this jacket so much. But yeah, again, I got a size small. It's definitely more of an oversized fit. I think if you're in between sizes, you can definitely size down unless you want it to be like really big, then go with a size up. But definitely true to size, super comfortable. The AirMove fabric is super breathable, light. It's kind of like a very soft windbreaker material. Very, very nice, lightweight, breathable, sweat wicking. It's so good. I think it's one of the best things that Oner has come out with. And can we just talk about how cute it looks with the leggings? I love it. Looks so athletic. Yeah, super cute. I would definitely go back and get maybe one or two more of these. I definitely want a black one. The inside is the exact same material as the outside. There isn't really any differences there. I totally get the hype when it comes to this jacket and see why people have been going feral for it. Like, it is a very nice jacket. Okay, and here we have the last set of brand new items that I picked up for this drop. This is the new UnifiedMove T-back mid vest. No, I feel like that's wrong. Oh no, that's correct. It is the mid vest. It's kind of long for a mid vest. Yeah, this is the new Unified vest. T-back design, just like the minimal bralette that I showed you earlier. I am wearing a size medium in this. Usually in vests like this, I go for a size small because I don't want the waist to be too wrinkled, but this one seems fine in a medium. I do think if I were to have gone with the small, I would have not enough coverage at the front here, but this is decent coverage. We do have a built-in bra here. We do have an adjustable strap at the back, just like the minimal bralette, so it's just this one strap at the back that you can adjust. Straps are crossing the traps, but because they're thicker straps, a little bit more plush, they're not digging in as well. We have this seam right here underneath the bust line, as well as the seam down the middle here. I'm not loving this seam here. I just don't really see the point of it. Not a huge fan, but yeah, those are the details of the top itself. Again, same gray logo. Overall, I think the top is cute. The cut of it is very nice. But I don't know if I would train in it. I think I prefer the unified crossback vest, like the original one. It just has a little bit more coverage. I found it more practical, but this is very similar to that as far as the design with just a few tweaks. I don't know if it's replacing that top or not, but very similar design to that. Definitely on the low support side for sure, whereas I feel like the unified crossback vest gave me a little bit more support. It was more like medium support for me because I like go on runs and stuff in that top. I do love the back of this though. It is very, very flattering. Love an open back. But again, I'm kind of like so-so about the design of these tops on me personally. Like, it's cute, but I want it to be cute and functional. So, but yeah, I would definitely say this is true to size. If you're in between sizes, definitely size up just so you can get the coverage that you need. Also, just because the straps don't adjust here. I do feel like this is digging into my traps more than the bra was, but I also feel like this feels a little bit more snug than the bra. The bra band was very loose on me, whereas in the vest, it feels pretty snug. So I find that interesting. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this top. The cup pads feel the exact same as the bralette, a lot thinner than what we are used to, but I guess that's the direction they're going in right now. Love this color though. The color is just so stunning. But yeah, that's really it. I will again do a side-by-side of this top with the unified crossback vest so you can see the difference. Moving the camera down a bit, I want to show you the UnifiedMove pocket shorts. Now these have launched before. I just haven't spoken about them on this channel. I reviewed the unified pocket leggings and I really didn't like those. Like, they dip down in the back so much. The shorts fit a lot better. This is in the color Powdered Orange. As you can see, we're working with like 3 different shades of orange here. The pockets are a lot more opaque than the rest of the shorts, as well as the waistband being more opaque than the rest of the shorts. And then you have these orange seams that don't match any of the other oranges either. So not a huge fan of that. I think if I were to get these shorts again, I'd probably go for like a black or a coal just to keep it a little bit more neutral and more cohesive. But I do find the fit of the shorts to be a lot better than the leggings. As you can see, the waist is not dipping down on the back for me. It is definitely more of a high-rise fit all the way around, which is great. I feel like the length on this is pretty decent too. The pockets are a very generous size. I can definitely fit a phone in there pretty easily. I'm going to go ahead and do a squat test. I mean, you can already kind of see that this is not the most squat-proof color. I don't think you can see my underwear through the shorts that much. I don't know. I'll have to look and watch this back, but let's see how it does in a squat. I'll have to watch that back and see. But yeah, overall, the fit of the shorts is a lot better than the leggings. I still think it's not the most flattering cut. I don't know if it's just all of the seams or what, but I just find this waistband to be really boxy on me. It's not really giving me a nice shape. And then I'm getting a lot of wrinkling from the design of these shorts. Like there's wrinkling going on here with the seams, as well as down here. Like, I don't know, I just don't find it the most flattering, but they are a decent option if you do want a pocket short. But yeah, really good length. It doesn't roll on me or slide up, which is really good. But yeah, overall, I'm just kind of so-so on these shorts. I'm not a huge fan of the color, and I think the color has a lot to do with my overall feelings on how the shorts look. But I do think if I were to get another pair of these shorts, definitely black or coal would be the move, I think. But if you were to pick up these shorts yourself, definitely size up if you're in between sizes. But I do feel like these shorts are very true to size. Like, I feel like it has a lot more give than the old Unified shorts do. Really decent stretch. So yeah, definitely go with your normal size or size up if you're in between. Okay, so this next section, I just want to quickly run through some of the pieces that I've already reviewed previously, but rebought for this capsule, and just go over my overall thoughts. So first up are the Effortless mid-rise shorts. I got them in charge pink in a size small, and they honestly fit perfectly. I will say though, when I took them out of the bag, I honestly was a little bit worried because the fabric feels very different to how it used to feel. It feels like very slick and almost like it doesn't have a lot of structure to it. So I was a little bit worried about how the fit was going to be. But once I put them on, they fit great. I do worry that the fabric might pill very easily. Like it's that very sort of like soft, silky material. Like I have it here and I just overall feel like the fabric is just very soft. And I just worry that this would be the kind of fabric that would like snag easily. I'm not too sure, but the fit is really nice. I didn't find this color to be sheer on me, but at the very back, if you wear black underwear, you might see a little bit of a shadow in the widow's peak area of the shorts. So that's something that I noticed. But as far as like being able to see through the fabric, I didn't really see anything. I definitely feel like those shorts are true to size. If you're in between sizes, honestly, you can go either way, but probably size up just so it's not sheer. But the fabric is very, very stretchy, very forgiving. Like these shorts don't feel tight to me whatsoever or compressive. But again, because of the nature of the fabric, it being single knit, and also because the color is a little bit brighter, maybe size up if you're in between sizes. I didn't experience any rolling with these at all when I squatted down, so that's really good. But I think that kind of lends itself to the fabric and how it's so stretchy and kind of molds to my body a little bit more. But those are the Effortless shorts. The other returning pieces I grabbed, I'm wearing them now. So the Unified pocket jacket in Muscle Mommy Red, and I'm wearing the matching double layer shorts. Let me go ahead and bring the camera down. So yeah, here's the full fit. I grabbed 3 double layer shorts this drop. So Muscle Mommy Red, Glaucous Blue, and Charged Pink. I love all of them. I will say though, I feel like my Glaucous Blue pair runs a little bit bigger than my other 2 pairs. I will do a flat lay and put it on the screen and show you guys, but it just feels like it runs a little bit bigger. Not so much where I would size down to an extra small. I definitely wouldn't do that, but I just noticed that it feels a little bit more loose. But I just love these shorts so much. I love this combination. I feel like it looks so sleek and it's such a nice running outfit. Love these shorts so much. I run in them all the time. I find them super flattering. My only critique of them is because they're a little bit short. I do find that this under short does slide up a little bit, but not so much where it's like super irritating. But I do think if you have like larger thighs, you might want to skip these and go for like maybe like an AirMove short instead. But I just love this overall fit. It's so nice. Unified pocket jacket. I think they made some changes to the zipper as far as like the little handle on the zipper has like almost like this textured sort of feel to it, so it's anti-slip, and that is on the zippers on the pockets as well. I didn't really notice any other differences on this jacket, but I just love it down. It is so, so good. I wear a size small in the Unified pocket jacket. I think if you're in between sizes, you can definitely size up. It is definitely more compressive, very figure hugging. And if you do not want that, if you want it to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more comfortable, then you can definitely size up. But again, I'm wearing a size small on the Unified pocket jacket, as well as a small on the Unified double layer shorts. And I just Love them so much. Like, they're so good. Okay, that is all I have for today. I hope that you found this review helpful. I hope I managed to go through everything. There was a lot, and I was worried I was going to miss some things, so hopefully I included everything. If I forgot anything, I'll just put it in the comments. But that is literally it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you head out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!